Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is my September wrap-up and October TBR list. So before I get into my wrap-up, I do want to talk about one thing because I don't include this in my TBR, is my Bible reading. I have set out to read the Bible in a year, and in September I finished the Old Testament. I threw myself like a one-person party and was so excited that I got through the Old Testament, and now I'm just going to be reading the New Testament till the end of the year. And I follow along with this podcast called The Bible Recap. I got myself a shirt. I survived the Old Testament, the Bible Recap. Very excited about this. Also, you can see this is like a really chill recording area. So, for those of you who didn't see like my intro video or didn't watch my Christianity video, this here is my Bible. I love it. And it's getting a lot of use, which is important. Okay, so as for like my September wrap up, I had 6 books originally on my TBR list. I only got through one book, which would be Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, and I absolutely loved that book. Like 4.5 stars. Yeah, we'll go with 4.5. I loved it. I wasn't too sure I was going to like it just because of not really loving Sense and Sensibility. I wasn't sure if it was I didn't like Jane Austen as a writer. I wasn't sure if I just didn't like the story of Sense and Sensibility, or if it was just because it was a classic novel with such different language. But nope, I loved Pride and Prejudice. I was able to understand the characters more. I thought they were more developed. I thought one thing that I really did notice was they talk a lot about inheritance in both stories, but I feel like Sense and Sensibility was just overwhelming me with numbers, where Pride and Prejudice was like, this is it, and there were only a few of them, so I was able to keep up better. I was able to keep up better on the characters reading this novel. I just absolutely loved it. I loved Elizabeth's character. I loved Mr. Darcy. Like, I like them, and I was really like anticipating what's going to happen, because I didn't know the story at all. So it was really, really enjoyable for me. I started out reading the actual book, and then I switched over to audiobook pretty early on in my reading. It was just easier for me to make time to listen to it because I'd put it on in my car. I would listen to it when nobody was around at work, when I was like opening. So a lot of times when I was just alone, I'd be able to listen to it while doing other things. So that kind of freed up some extra time for me. One of my dogs came over. So really, really love the book. And I actually am very excited to one day reread it, whether I re-listen to it on audiobook or reread the actual hardcover, hard book. I'm not sure. And the recording I listened to, the woman who voiced it did different voices for each character, so that made it really easy to follow along with who's talking and giving them like a realness to them. So I really liked it, and it did play out in my mind like a movie reading it. So, I mean, listening to it. So I loved it. Can't wait to go back and reread it one day. And then as for the other books that I had on my September TBR, yeah, they were not read, like at all. So the ones that I missed, you'll find in the description box. You can go ahead and look. And then besides my Bible reading and Pride and Prejudice, which took up a whole lot of time, this past month also for book club, I've read Prisoner of Azkaban, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, as well as Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. My Harry Potter and Prisoner of Azkaban video is out. I will post the link in the description box as well. And then stay tuned for the Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, which now that we're getting further and further into the series, I'm thinking of changing up how I do the videos. I still want to keep it that I'm like discussing one other person's thoughts and opinions and like our back and forth, but there is a lot of different opinions and a lot of different insights, and it's really, really fun and exciting doing a book club, especially for Harry Potter, because there's so much you can dive into, especially the further you get into the series. Goblet of Fire we've definitely transitioned over into the bigger books. More's happening, so I'm thinking of changing it up instead of doing it like just things like as I go, what I was thinking and major events and my opinions on them. I'm thinking of doing it more like along the lines of this event or this character. Like for example, like for Goblet of Fire, like starting with the World Cup, and then we move on to like arriving at Hogwarts, and then the champion, like the first task, the second task, like maybe more so that, and instead of breaking it up between like, oh, we're doing Nicole for Goblet of Fire, this was Nicole's thoughts and opinions, and then versus mine, I might just interweave it through the whole video and make it a little bit more of that kind of thing. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you would like to see book club videos go. I'm not opposed to changing them up. I would really like some new ideas. And then as for the TBR portion of this video, I will say I'm keeping it very short. I'm keeping it to one book actually, because I had 6 books for September and I got through 1. Maybe I'll actually get through all of October's TBR and it'll be great. So that one is After the Eclipse by Sarah Perry. It was on my September TBR and September TBR. Still haven't gotten to it, but I'm determined to get to it this month. I mean, we are going ahead and doing Order of Phoenix, which is the biggest of the Harry Potter books, so we shall see. We shall see. I really want to accomplish 1 TBR. That'd be really cool. So let me know what you guys think. If you have any comments of the books that I did read or the book that is on my TBR for October, let me know. Let me know what you think about book club, any ideas that you would have on how you'd like to see them filmed and presented. As for like the wrap-ups TBR, I'm liking this setting. It's really kind of chill, not super complex. That's not really what I was going for, but anyway, this is my short video. I hope you liked it. Like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you for my next video, which most definitely will be Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Thank you all for watching. Bye!